Let's Talk Oculus is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to know how to support the show, go to patreon.com/playtestvr. What's up, Oculus nerds? I'm Dan from Playtest VR. Welcome back to episode 33 of Let's Talk Oculus. I am joined by the sweetest golfers of all time. Samson, how's it going?
Oh, it goes well. I've been playing with balls this week in pinball and golf.
And also playing with balls because it's your birthday tomorrow, or as we're recording tomorrow, it would actually already been his birthday.
What are you inferring there? I don't know, but
what a great start to the podcast. How did you went out on Saturday?
Just going balls first with this one. Pardon, what was that?
You went out on Saturday? You had like a little party? Or...
I did. I'm going out back-to-back Saturdays here. But I did.
Nice.
I didn't really go out. I went to a good friend's house. He recently had a kid, so it was just like me, him, my brother, played some golf.
Nice.
And had some,
has a few brews,
some liquids.
Yeah, a few brews. Are you an IPA type of guy?
I didn't
ale type of guy?
If I'm drinking at home, it's probably going to be liquor more often than not. I was drinking some liquor.
But what is your beer? Just give me that beer name. What would you normally go for? I put you on the spot here.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't know. Like, am I at a brewer? Like, I don't know. I generally go for just cheap beer. If I see a place has High Life, I will probably buy High Life, unless it's in a can. High Life has to be in the glass bottle.
I don't know what High Life beer is. Here
it's
in
the
Canada,
champagne of beer. It's Miller High Life.
Okay, you gotta show me. One day I'm in Boston, you're gonna have to take me out for some High Life.
Bro, they gotta have Miller High Life in Canada.
Miller High Life? I'm gonna write that down and have a look.
It's a cheap beer. It's like $9.99 for a 12-pack here.
$9.99. Okay. Welcome to the Oculus podcast. Anyway,
yeah.
So after a week off from the Super Bowl, the VR news has been a tad bit slim, but we've been playing a lot of VR. We've got a new Walkabout course, a new Demeo Hangout lounge where there's mini games and such, and there's After the Fall DLC to talk about. So a little bit to do with this podcast. As always, a little housekeeping. Audio listeners, you can listen to the video version of this podcast on the Let's Talk Oculus YouTube channel. And for you video watchers, this episode is available on all good podcast platforms and some rubbish ones as well. If you want to be part of the show, send us your questions at letstalkoculus@gmail.com. Or you can join our Discord, which has been booming over the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of new Discord members, so welcome to all those new Discord members. You can ask questions in there. You can request a multiplayer game. We all, a few of us hung out and played the new Walkabout Mini Golf course a couple of days ago, which was fun. And also, if you want to throw us a $1, join in on patreon.com/playtestvr. For early access episodes. And speaking of Patreon, we have a new subscriber. We got Jenna Wood. She says, "Hi all, just found the podcast today. I'm extremely new to VR and haven't been a huge gamer since my World of Warcraft days." You ever been a World of Warcraft player?
I have not. I played oh god, what were they before? It was just Warcraft, right? It was just Warcraft.
Maybe
I played Warcraft 2 or my lord. All the little guys. Thanks, my lord.
I'm sure Jenna's appreciating this in the audio. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never played it, to be honest, but some of my friends used to be really into it, as well as like painting the models. I know you can like buy models of the characters and do that too. She says she's excited to make some new friends, as I know no one who is currently using an Oculus. She also says she's not a combat/shooter kind of person, so she's enjoyed Down the Rabbit Hole and she's enjoyed Dance Central as her like two favorite games at the moment. I do want to read a little response by Empire Monkey in the Discord, because he did recommend a few games to people who don't really like zombie shooters, which is a lot of, or just shooters in general. which is a lot of the VR content on Oculus, to be fair. He ranks them from 5 to 1. At 5, he goes, first timers should sit down in a chair and watch the Salvador Dali 360 experience on YouTube for an easy and immersive experience. Number 4, he says Goliath, which is a VR experience about schizophrenia. It says it's very well made and interesting. Number 3, he says any of the Star Wars titles, especially Vader Immortal 1 to 3, and the pinball game, which Samson loves. Number 2, big screen for social movie experiences or watching your own collection in IMAX format. We'll talk about that a bit later on. And of course, Walkabout Mini Golf as number 1, as we always talk. The last thing I just wanted to mention before we dive into the show, because it's Samson's birthday tomorrow, we reached out to the folks at Synthriders because it is one of Samson's all-time favorite games on the Oculus. You know, the first probably 25 episodes, we mentioned it every single episode. So Hey Falcon from Synthriders was kind enough to send me 5 Synthriders keys. If you want
thank you.
Definitely thank you. And if you want a chance to win one of those keys, all you have to do is join our Discord. And what I'll do, as this episode is live on the Wednesday, probably on the weekend, I will post out those 4 Synthriders keys for you to enjoy. And then hopefully on the weekend, you can enjoy the Synthriders Saturday Night Fever. And then weekend parties. All right, let's dive into the show. Samson, it's been 2 weeks. Have you been playing much in VR? A lot of VR pinball, I've heard.
Yes, I got into some pinball, Star Wars pinball, in fact. And then that led me to buy, 2D Steam Pinball FX3. And then I played the candy levels of Walkabout. Very much enjoyed them.
We'll get to Walkabout in a second, but in terms of Star Wars pinball, has there been many updates to it or not?
I believe they added a table. I think that's I think I never played the table that I tried.
Right. Okay. Because I've not heard too much of it from when it came out last November, I think it was, or so.
Yeah, I mean, it is just pinball.
It's just pinball.
So there's, yeah.
But
unless you're going to be adding a lot of tables, yeah, I do love me some pinball. Yeah, there's something about the lights, and you get those flippers going, and everything's just flowing, and you're in a zone, and it is incredible.
Nice. So Samson likes to play with the flippers, and he's playing with a lot of balls. Speaking about Walkabout Mini Golf, yeah, so we had the new I'm about to say the new Candyland, but Sweetopia is the new course that came out whilst we were away. It's another paid DLC. I believe it's $3.99 paid DLC.
I think $2.99.
$2.99. That might be the Canadian price. Yeah. So $2.99 for Walkabout Mini Golf. We dived into it a couple days ago. Samson, what did you think of the whole experience? It's a beautiful course.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the easy course. I mean, the whole thing's very beautiful. I love all the candy. Definitely made me want like everything. It made me want everything. I was like, one point, I'm like, I see the bench. I'm like, I need a Nutter Butter right now.
I wanted a jelly beans so bad. The jelly beans, the gummy bears.
But it is fairly easy. I saw the back half of that first one where we were all pretty much all hitting under pars.
Yeah.
Every single time, and it was our first time playing. But that's fine for an easy course for certain. And the hard one was definitely got harder. But yeah, there's nothing new as far as like a new quirk like wind or anything like that. But it is pretty extravagant. And well, I guess there's that one.
The one vacuum.
Hold the tube. Yeah, the vacuum tube.
The vacuum tube. I think overall it's a fun course, but I don't think it's as memorable because it doesn't have that extra feature that they're missing in there.
Right.
But it's beautiful to look at. The one thing, my only gripe with it is the easy course's music. It's like fun Candyland music, but it does get a little bit old quickly, where all the other tracks, like for all the other courses, including the hard mode course of it, it's more mellow and chilled out, you know.
It's definitely mellow and chill.
Definitely mellow and chilled on the hard one. The hard one becomes like more of a Valentine's Day one. And I really like,
Wow, wow.
yeah, not like that intense, but yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like Austin Powers type of romance, but it's more like 70s romantic show. I really like the little hearts with the numbers on them and the numbers on them, the little messages on them, because they're all puns.
Yes.
They're all puns, which
You
are
are
great.
perfect.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Oh, thanks so much. I don't know if you can remember your Walkabout Mini Golf ranking that we did at Christmas time, but I had my top 5 as the Tourist Trap, Shangri-La, Gardens of Babylon, Original Gothic, and then Kyoto Valley as my number 1. I don't think I'd put this in the top 5, and our top 5 were very similar, just in different like orders. I don't think I'd put this above any of those, because I can't be more than Tourist Trap, because Tourist Trap is such a great starter course. But I would still recommend it, because it's still a fun walkabout course. It's beautiful. I'm glad that they're not always doing the lost cities every single month, and they are mixing it up a little bit. But yeah, I do like the other 2 that came out before it more.
I'm gonna say this before I throw it in my rankings. I'm gonna want to play it 2 more times.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's a chance it could I mean, it might make me like force a shuffle. I don't know, but it could potentially take that 5th spot.
Yeah, I'm I'm looking at my list now, and I'm already kind of changing a little bit now. I'm going, why is Shangri-La so low in the top 5? Why isn't it above Gardens of Babylon? Like, I need to go replay it all.
I have it below.
Yeah, I need to go replay these courses again. But I think you're right. I think this needs more.
Just have a marathon day of playing all.
Maybe we should stream that on the Discord or on YouTube or something. Just playing. I really need to.
That'll take a few hours.
Yeah, for sure. I really need to get a battery pack first, because when we were playing, I didn't finish hard mode because my battery died, which was a shame because it didn't even give me a warning.
Get yourself a freaking battery, dude. It's shameful. It's shameful.
It's shameful. You do a podcast every week and you don't even have a battery pack.
In fact, I knew it too. I saw it said Dan is disconnected, and I said it's okay. His headset died. I know it. And then you messaged me. My headset died.
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't even give me a warning that the headset was dying. It normally give you a warning, like headset like power is low or such, but it didn't. So otherwise, I would have plugged it in. But no, it didn't. It just died. So I feel like I'm not gonna lie, the battery in my Oculus, it's been what, a year? Wait, hold on. 2021's flown by. It's been a year and a half, a year and a few months since the Oculus came out now.
Yeah.
And
like 16 months.
Yeah, and it's good math. That's quick math. My battery's not going well at all. Like it runs out very quickly.
I don't notice mine because I just keep an external battery, always there. So I said, screw it. I don't care if the battery life dies because I'm just gonna overdo it on an external battery.
You're definitely the smart one. You're definitely the smart one.
Thanks.
What else have I been playing here? VR lenses. Okay, I've not been playing VR lenses, but I mentioned last podcast that I ordered the VR lenses. It has come. I've got them on the Oculus. For the video watchers, they can see it on there. It looks like I haven't got it on there, but there you go. You can kind of see there's a little ridge on the lenses itself.
Do they hit your eyelashes?
No. I have long eyelashes. They don't hit the eyelashes. They're good. They're great, actually. Because it was great because on Sunday when we were playing, I was very hungover, as you probably were too from the night before, and to not need to put my actual contact lenses in, because contact lenses makes your eyes tired. They dry them out, especially after a while. I never like to wear the contact lenses on a hungover hungover Sunday. So to have just to put the headset on and I can see clearly is absolutely great. They're around $80. The one I got is the Virtual Clear ones, which are on the Oculus website itself. I had to pay like import duties because it is only in the US. So it's a little bit more than $80 for me, but normally they're $80. It is really weird when you're in VR for a while and then you take the headset off and you realize you can't see anything. Like,
Oh, that's funny.
Your whole
Yeah.
world's. I was in big screen for a bit. I was watching like a film and I took them off and I was like, oh God,
I can only see in VR.
I can only see in VR. VR has now become my reality now. But the nice thing about it, like I said, because I don't have to put my contacts on, it gets me playing VR a lot more. And I know Jenna Wood, who was the new Patreon, she got herself one as well, and they're on the way. So if any glasses wearers out there, I definitely recommend to get some prescription lenses. You've got Virtual Clear is the one that I'm doing. It's not sponsored, by the way. You also got VR Wave, which also does them too. So you got many different options out there. I'm still going. I got lots to play for. I really
Yeah, you did a lot.
I did once I got these lenses, I've been I've been going in.
I did one more thing as well, but go on.
You
I'll come in at the end.
you interject now. I've been talking
No,
too much.
no, you do one more.
I'll do one more. Okay. Big screen. So as I was saying with the lenses, I jumped in big screen because they had a massive update recently. I want to say maybe a few weeks ago, but I never checked them out. But they changed the fidelity. They made it more clear in the actual streams that you're watching. And it does make a difference. I jumped in, I watched some Infinity War in 3D, and it was in like really top quality, like really top quality.
Was it free?
Yeah. It was one of just someone else was streaming it from
In
Disney
their
Plus or
room. I
whatever.
gotcha.
But it was top quality. It was really good. And my internet is not great over here. And also someone streamed the new Spider-Man movie, which is still in the cinemas, and that still looked really
Nice.
good, even though it was just an illegal stream, and it still looked really good. Not as good as Infinity War, obviously, but still like very watchable. Like I was watching a good chunk of that. Um, yeah, great film, great film. After you, Samson, continue.
Oh yes, so I went into YouTube and I watched some I watched some YouTube videos in like 360 of the Olympics.
Oh,
So I did
sick.
some luge, some bobsled, and watched some hockey. Just like 3 to 4 minute like highlight videos.
And what was it like in 360?
Oh, it was pretty cool. It was
I
pretty
can see
cool.
the hockey being really fun to watch because
I'll
you're
tell
like
you
in
that
the
was the most
stadium.
amount of the Olympics I watched. So
I got really into curling. I'm not gonna lie, because the curling it was Canada versus Great Britain. So me and my housemate did a
you were
quick.
torn internally.
Oh, I wasn't torn. I was Great Britain all the way, and they smushed them. They were 5-2, and then my housemate had to take a shot because they lost, and it was great.
And Great Britain's good at curling? That seems odd.
I know it does seem odd. I have no idea
I
what the
guess it
game
is a
is.
sport you can probably practice while drinking. So
I guess so. Yeah, it lies in with like darts and such,
yes,
But the 360 videos were they? What was it? Just like you had
you
like a
could watch curling,
360.
man.
I could have watched curling, but I don't like. Was it immersive or was it just the
Yeah, you
you?
can so you can basically like grab the video and you just like can turn it, but you obviously mostly want to be looking one direction. Like
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
doing the luge, you want to be looking forward.
yeah.
Or
That's
I did. I don't know.
was
Teach their
the
own, I
you
guess.
said bobsleigh was the one you watched as
I
well?
believe there's bobsled. Yeah, it might have been luge and like skeleton or something like that. You know, one where they go like
Yeah,
head
yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
and one's the feet.
Did you have a little, did the guy had a little GoPro on the helmet?
It's like kind of behind them. I can't really.
But it is following
It's
him kind of thing.
yeah, it's like on them. It's
Oh,
attached to them.
sick.
It must be during like their trials or something like that. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
somebody's like, somebody could take the VR camera out.
That sounds wicked, actually. I might go check that out because I'll still be on there, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, definitely. Back to me. Black History Month is this month in February. And there's a lot of good content on the Oculus store. A lot of good content, a lot of old content, but I've never explored it before. I wanted to mention two different VR experiences that I did, which were really, really good. One is called Traveling While Black. And that's
That one
made
I've seen.
by, yeah, that's 20 minutes long. It's made by the folks at Felix and Paul Studios, which have done a lot of really good immersive VR content. They've even done one in Montreal that I went to. You can see that on the Playtest VR YouTube channel. But essentially, you start off in the theater, and there's stories surrounding the Green Book. And a mother gives their account. This is going to be a little bit graphic, but a mother gives her account of her son's death, and it actually shows the footage of it happening as well because it was captured on video. And this was in 2014. It was Samaria Rice, the mother of Tamir Rice, who was shot and killed. He was 12 years old, shot by the cops as well, while the car was still rolling by the cops. It was like a drive-by in a way. But that happened in 2014. It was very sad, but it was very impactful to watch that. They revolved it around a diner as well, which has been around for many years. It's always been like a safe place. It's a place on the Green Book itself. But the way they shot it in VR was fantastic. There was actually a shot where you're in a diner and you're talking, well, you're not talking, but you're sat with three women, and they're talking about their account of just traveling, being back and traveling. But then through the mirror, there's like a mirror next to them. Now, obviously, when you look at the mirror, you expect to see them, but instead you see like the 1930s or the 1940s version of the diner, and kids as well. They're talking, and it's pretty wicked how they've done that. But definitely recommend Traveling While Black. That's on the Oculus TV app for free. And also just a couple minute video, which is a video called Pulled Over. Another impactful video that's about four college kids who get pulled over by two white cops. The white cop kind of arrests them after an officer assaults one of the women. I don't know if it's staged. I've no idea. I didn't really read into it, but that was pretty impactful. I think it's actually 6 minutes long, but 4 minutes of it is just them just driving and having a good time. And the last 2 minutes is when the pullover happens, and they have like a 360 camera on the dash type of thing. So I'm not sure if it's staged, or it's just shown as an example or a real world example or something. But yeah, that's Pulled Over. So I definitely recommend those two. There's also so many more content, so much more content. Not all just American content. There's African content out there as well. There's a stand-up as well, which was pretty good. And a dance as well, I think I saw as well, but I didn't write those down. But yeah, 100% recommend that for Black History Month. And the final thing for me is I Expect You to Die. I played that properly. I have both games. My God, the first game makes me feel so stupid, like so stupid. I couldn't even finish the first puzzle. I took ages, and I was like, "F this! I'm gonna YouTube it." And I YouTubed it, and I was like, "Oh, he just put the window down," and then that's all he did.
Spoilers, Jiminy Crickets.
Apologies with that, but yeah, but I love the seeded aspect. I love where it's one of those games like I played that just before I saw the Black History stuff. But it was just fun to just sit down and just chill out in VR, and you don't have to move much. And it's all puzzle solving. So definitely recommend the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. It's going to take me a while to get there, but I think they're still on sale. They've got lots of sales on the Oculus store, so definitely check that out.
Definitely.
Perfect. Okay, that was what we've been playing. So VR news. Samson, you a fan of the Peaky Blinders?
I've never watched it.
No, me neither, but I know that little quote. So, any Peaky Blinders?
I didn't even know that was a quote. Yeah.
It's the Peaky Blinders.
I do know people who did enjoy the show.
Yeah, my housemate loves it. Series 6 is coming out, which is the finale soon, I believe, in a couple months' time or something like that. I really need to watch this, but one day I'll sit down and watch them all. Currently done 5 series, but they've announced a VR game. It's going to come out this year sometime. They haven't told you when. The teaser trailer they've come out with doesn't really tell you what type of game it is, but it looks beautiful, like that LA Noir-esque type of look to it and feel of it. And the original cast are reprising their roles. So you have Cillian Murphy in there,
Nice.
you'll have Tom Hardy in there, doing all the voices, and I'm assuming doing the acting as well. So
There must be
yeah,
money behind it.
there must be a lot of money behind it, and that, yeah, I think fans of the show are going to absolutely love it. It might be something similar to the VR case files from the LA Noir, which you can get on the PC. But I don't know. I haven't watched the show. But everyone who I talk about who's seen the show says it's like a top 5 show. It's fantastic. So anyone, I know you're a fan of Pistol Whip though, Samson.
I am indeed.
Yeah,
Though I
so
haven't, I honestly, I haven't broken that one out in a minute. But
me neither. I haven't broken out for a minute, but I
uh,
think you might this week. So on February 24th, Pistol Whip is going to bring out a new DLC. They haven't really told us much about it apart from that it's called Encore. On the image itself, you have a man and a woman in there. You have a party mode slider which says party mode on. So could it be a co-op mode? Could it be just a multiplayer DLC, something like a Beat Saber kind of multiplayer or a Synthriders kind of multiplayer? What do you think it could be? What is your initial suspicions?
uh, yeah, some sort of multiplayer. It's probably the last like DLC or add-on to the game potentially. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait and see.
Let's
Let's wait
wait
and see. We're
and
two
see.
days away. We're two
I can't
days
wait
away.
to I can't wait to whoop you in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I got
You
my
can't wait to pistol whip me.
sound. Okay, yeah, we'll add that to the balls and the yeah, pistol whip you. I can't wait to pistol whip you from all the way out here in Vancouver.
Well,
I
we'll
hope it's a
see.
co-op mode. I think co-op mode is gonna be great because the
So you
or
think co-op instead of as opposed to like a PvP? Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know if it will be. Thing is, the party mode on seems to me like could it be a pass, like pass the headset to someone else to try and do like a high score? I don't like that. I think
nobody
that
wants to do that with pistol whip. I think it's sweaty after one song.
exactly. And plus, you can technically do that now by just hitting a high score and then going, okay, this is my score. Gonna give it to you. You have a go now. You know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I I don't know if it'll be co-op, but we'll see. I'm probably expecting it to be like a Beat Saber DLC where there's 4 people and you're all like doing the same song,
Hmm.
kind of thing.
But are you doing the same song like on the same track, right? Where you can kind of like
Yeah,
kill the
see him.
same enemies, or are you on your own track, like in Beat Saber, where you're on your own track, right? Hitting your
Mm,
own, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Everybody has their own blocks that are exactly the same, which is what Pistol Whip basically
yeah,
could be, but it could be like you're both like they're
in
just
there.
way more enemies
That would be
and they're
wicked.
both
That'd be
kind of
like a
like a
co-op
time
mode.
crisis. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like a co-op, right? In a way, you'll have 2 people in there, and
I mean, that would 100% be co-op. Yeah.
yeah, or it'd be like one of those horror rides and theme parks where it's shooting and you have to shoot the zombies and see who gets the most score, but you're in the
Right.
same world together, right? That kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like if anyone listening has played the PSVR and has played Until Dawn Rush of Blood, excellent game by the way, excellent fun zombie on rail shooter where you're like on a runaway mine train and you're just shooting for high score. It's really fun. I think it came out when the PSVR came out, so it might be a bit dated now, but I think that could be like that, you know. Could be.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm hoping for something good. You know, they've got lots of content in there. There's lots of songs. There's the 2 or 3 campaigns. I can't remember now. And then they've got the customization in terms of the
Yeah,
guns, the
lots of gun
customization and
customs and modding and all that. Yeah.
level modding. That game's almost finished. Like I don't think there's much more you can add to that
That's what I mean.
game.
That's why I think this will be
Up,
the last bit.
it is called Encore.
Yeah.
It is called Encore. Okay, Demeo. We got a Heroes Hangout in Demeo. So what
We're
are this?
heroes. We just need to be hanging out.
You just gotta make some Demeo friends, you know.
Yeah.
This is came out of like as a surprise to me. It comes out on 24th. It's going to be a free update. It's essentially a social hub in Demeo. It's in like a basement, a pretty cool looking basement. It allows up to 12 players, and it's not just people that you invite. You can mingle with like just public players of Demeo, which I think is going to be excellent to find people who are into that and want to play games and such. In the actual Hangout itself, I haven't seen too much. I've only seen kind of what PJ
Yeah,
from
it's
VR
got.
Verdict has put
I
out.
think Gamertag was messing around on there too. There's got like an arcade machine. It's got
Yeah.
darts.
Yeah,
Uh,
they've got like archery type of
yeah,
darts, yeah.
looks very
Um
cool. Looks very cool.
yeah, you can take photos and put them on Discord as
I
well.
I believe. Yeah, oh, yes, I do remember that, and I think there's a book of like tips as well. Like there were
Oh,
several books or something like that.
I didn't see the book of tips, but I saw that you can actually just jump into a Demio game in there too. So if you
Okay.
had like a few players from that hangout, you're like, hey, let's jump into the Rat King or whatever, and you can just pick it up and jump into it with four people, which is excellent. Um Arcade machine looks sick. I don't know if
Yeah,
like that's really good. Like I don't know if there's one I might just not have seen, but I really wish they did like a VR arcade on the
I
Oculus
love a
where
game inside a game. I
yeah.
mean, this is a so what, like 3 days or 2 days before this was announced, I had tweeted at Forever Bowl and I was like, y'all need a metaverse where you can go to
Mm,
darts and they were like, stay tuned. So it makes me feel like they're also creating some sort of social hangout that will be
mm.
probably similar, but you'll hopefully be able to access several of their games from
There
there.
should be for them, I think you mentioned it in the tweet, where their hub where you can just jump into their games. So you can just jump into Forever Bowl, you can jump into Forever Darts, not be two separate games itself. They
Hmm.
have said that I believe at the beginning of the year that they're working on 7 titles at the moment, or several titles. And I can't
Yeah,
remember
a
if it's a
lot of them.
several or
Yeah.
seven, right? And the bowling game took about 8 months or something to from start to finish. You know,
Really?
if yeah, I think that's what they said, like 8 months or 8 or 10 months cycle for that game. So if they can add more pub games and make it like a proper social pub where you can jump into bowling, you can jump into darts. Maybe we've got pool in there, which I feel like a lot of people are gonna fall over when they're playing pool. But that would be great to have pool in VR in there too, because that will fit nicely, you know. So
100%.
yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think these hangouts are great actually because you'll meet like-minded people. Um, and I know there's a lot of issues in VR in terms of in VR chat and such with kids, or just grown adults being terrible people.
Mhm.
But I think a game like Demeo, there's going to be some dedicated players in Demeo. I hope, or I don't think there's going to be
I
a lot of
think it's a
people.
bit, yeah, you don't go generally. You know what? I'm not going to speak for the trolls,
That's true. That's
but
true.
I think you'll have certainly if you're hanging out in the social hub, you could probably go to a new social hub if you're like, this one, I'm not feeling this one.
Or you can
Um,
potentially kick players, or I want to say
Oh yeah,
kick or
oh
kind
yeah.
of
As far
flag
as like
them,
real
something.
harassment, yeah. But if you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, and you're like, I don't really want to be playing with these people, like you could
Hmm.
probably, you know,
Yeah.
like go to a different hub or something like this.
I just on that kind of note, I was in when I was in big screen recently, I realized that it's nice that I can mute other people in there and I can stop like if this for example, when I was watching Infinity War, this guy behind me was just like throwing tomatoes at the screen or whatever, but I can turn that off so I can't see any of that when that
Oh,
happens.
people just kept throwing tomatoes. That's
I just kept
hilarious.
throwing tomatoes, and I was like, I'm trying to watch this film. Let me just end that, you know? So
Yeah.
it's nice that you can do that if you really want to. And you can also hide the player. So even if he's
Mm,
inside, you can't see him and you can't hear him or anything. So he could be sitting next to you doing some terrible things or whatever. You didn't see him or hear
yeah.
him or anything like that. So, which is great. Um, I like that about it. So I hope something like that is in Demio too. I'm pretty sure they will add that in. But yeah, that'll be on February 24th. Um, And then the final part of news is after the fall is going to receive 4 new maps, a horde mode, new weapons, new enemy, and it's on schedule for this month. That's what they said um, a week or so ago. I've still not heard anything
One
about
week
it coming
left.
out. Yeah, there's 1 week left. I don't know if it will come out. Maybe it has. They haven't announced it's going to be delayed or anything. Samson, after the fall, what do you think?
I'm super into a horde mode, so that'll bring me back in.
100%. Just a little bit more details on that actually. So two of the maps is going to be for horde mode. It's called Junction and Highway, which I feel like are exactly the same thing because there's
Hmm.
junctions off a highway, but there's two different maps, Junction and Highway. You got a free for all PVR mode, PVR, PvP, I meant to say, mode. So you got team deathmatch in there already, but now there's going to be a free for all game mode, which is going to be fun. Stockpile is the PvP map for team deathmatch. Um, you got Boulevard Harvest Run, which is like a Streets of Hollywood, which is going to be available for all of the game modes in there. The new enemy is going to be called the Skimmer, which is an interesting one where the enemy is not going to hunt you, you have to hunt them down. And if you
Hmm.
hunt them down and find them and kill them, you get extra bonus points or extra bonus items as such. So
Interesting.
the skimmer will be running away from you,
Yeah, so you
kind
don't
of
like
thing.
necessarily have to kill them. Yeah, yeah.
No, you don't have to, but you get bonus stuff if you
Yeah,
do.
it reminds me of, you ever play the old Sega Genesis game Golden Axe?
No, no, but
No.
Top Gamer, no, no. You might as well
All right.
say it because
I was just saying there are parts in Golden Axe where like a little like squirrel dude had like a sack, and it was
mhm,
like between levels, and you didn't have to, but you go around, you whack him, and he gives you your magic and health.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
So it's
remind me
kind
of
of
that.
yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Um, what else is there? Oh yeah, new weapons. They just announced a new kind of revolver which packs a punch apparently, and the other one hasn't been announced yet. But yeah, I'm super excited about Horde Mode 2. I didn't actually know that was actually one of the things coming until when I wrote the script for this. So love me some Horde Mode. Love me some Gears of War Horde Mode, bring that back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bring that back. Okay, so that's everything with the news. Games out this week. Samson, do you wanna go for this one? We only
Sure.
have one.
I already own it. Because I believe this one's coming over from App Lab.
Yeah, this has been on the side quest for a while too.
Yeah. All right. Marineverse Cup. Sailing is for everyone. Learn to sail, race in iconic sailing locations, try and master various sailboats. Marineverse Cup is a competitive VR sailing racing game that is approachable but authentic. We designed Marineverse Cup for people who enjoy simulation games and want to test their skills in a competitive setting. Virtual reality is the only platform that lets you sail from the first person perspective, the way real sailors do. Join a community of VR sailors competing in thrilling sailing races. This game would be so dope if I could get on a boat with somebody who's very good at sailing, and I could just hang out on a boat with them. Not
Mhm.
sure if you can do that or not. Uh Two, I do think I've heard this is a good game for genuinely learn if you don't know anything, but you genuinely want to learn, and take the time and effort to do that. I think you could potentially do that. I've owned this game for a while. I've not hopped in because I like the idea of learning to sail, but I'm never really right now I want to learn to sail.
Okay, yeah, that. Sorry, I was laughing my head off when you said that. I like I have the game, it's loaded up, but I like the idea of it, but I'm actually not gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's quite funny. Yeah, I think I got a code for this a while back, but I didn't play this one. 'Cause I'm not really into sailing, but you're right. People have said that it's good to kind of learn the basics of sailing in there. I don't know if the skills are perfectly transferable, where you should just get a sailboat after you've played a bit of this and say, yeah, I've got it now. But I think it will help. And it's more like a not emulation. That's the wrong word. Simulator is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say. More like a simulator than anything. They've actually said there's going to be some esports events in Marine First Cup as
very
well,
cool.
which will be really good because there's going to be a little niche of players who are going to be super into this.
I feel like it's a
Um,
niche in a niche, but yeah.
yeah, a niche, yeah, because of the esport part as well.
Well, it's like of people who like
Like
sailing, and
in
then
VR.
people who play VR like sailing. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. A niche with a niche. Hey, it could still hit. But that is everything for the show. Samson,
Yes, I've got so driver's ed.
driver's
What
ed.
did I see this week? I mean, well, I did see one thing, I guess. It wasn't like super duper egregious, but after I did see it, I was like, all right, I got something for this week.
Before you say it,
Um,
driver's ed, very
yeah.
popular after you did it a couple of weeks ago amongst the viewers. It was here to stay. So
Yeah,
after
this
you,
time I don't have I didn't write myself a BS sponsorship, but blame that on the birthday weekend. All right, so it's a 4-lane road, 2 lanes going one way, 2 lanes going the other way, with a double yellow in between them. And along the whole road, there's no left turn signs because it's pretty busy road, right? Like I'm on this road every day at like 1 p.m.
Mhm.
and I've never really, even if I wanted to try to make that left without stopping, I've never really had the opportunity. Maybe once out of the,
Yeah,
few months I've been doing it. Anyway, this gentleman disregards all of these signs and he's like, nah. All right. And so the way to like, you, instead of taking lefts, like just a few 100 feet up the road is a right turn with that has a light that then you take a
and
left
then
and
you
you
can
turn
take.
and you turn around. Yeah. So every day I turn around there. And this dude's like, nah, nah, nah. That's too far for me and my truck.
He's in a
I'm gonna,
truck.
of course, he's in a pickup truck. Come anyway, he was just like waiting there, and then people are like not expecting to stop here, right? Because there's no left turn, so people are having to brake really fast and then wait for him. They have to skirt into the right lane, which is already probably going slower because they're trying to go to the right to make the turn. Anyway,
Ridiculous.
just be, take your time out there. No,
Yeah,
like, and
ridiculous.
honestly, it's there's the potential that he might have waited longer to take that left than to go the
Up
little
and
further, take the
round.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there are times I make the light there, and then it's just like whoop, whoop,
and
whoop, real quick.
oh yeah, was that your gear shifting or your automatic?
Yeah, it's all automatic car, dude.
um, if actually, funny you say that. I actually do have like a driver's ed kind of story, but I obviously haven't been driving, but I was just walking on the street, and on my one like next to me on the main street, there's a bunch of restaurants, mostly takeout type of restaurants. So we have like a sushi bar, we have a Chinese, etc., etc. An Indian is down there too. Okay, but basically the cars for Uber always seem to stop on the actual road because you can park on the sidewalk, but even if there's cars there, the Uber driver always seems to park on the actual road itself. It puts his hazard lights on and gets out and goes into the
Like a
restaurant.
double parking situation. Like
Yeah,
they're
so you've
blocking the
got
road.
blocking the road,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
there's another lane next to it that you can still continue going with the car, but it was busy. It was busy, and I was just on the other side of the road just walking, and everyone's just honking, honking, honking because they're stuck because there's so much traffic from the other lane, so they can't even cut in to come back in, and no one's letting them cut in. This guy just seems like, yeah, I'm just gonna park here and just go and grab my Uber, puts it in, just continues driving like nothing's nothing's wrong.
Wait, this is Uber Eats or Uber?
This is Uber Eats. This is Uber
Interesting.
Eats. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, right, our blocks here in Vancouver, at least, I don't know if it's different in the US, but the blocks aren't that very long. Like they're not very long. So he
Is your
could have
city a
easily,
grid?
yeah, cities grid, yeah.
I see.
But the blocks aren't very long. From 17th to 18th, that's like a 2 minute walk at best, you know, or maybe not
Yeah,
that, like just a minute walk between them. He could easily just parked in the residential alleyway or something like that and picked it up. But no,
I
he
see
had
what you're
to
saying.
just go, now I'm just gonna park the road, park here and continue. Yeah.
My
Drivers, man.
city is not set up like a grid.
It's not a grid. Boston's not. Is it Boston or is
Yeah,
it different?
Boston.
Yeah,
Boston is not a grid.
Boston's not a grid, huh? Interesting. I
No.
thought all North American cities were grid.
No,
But
back in the day, most city, just like sprout, sort of sprung up like farms. And
yeah,
I imagine all the
because the
roads at
UK
one
is
point
the
led to
same.
like churches and such. But
Well, that's what the UK is like. There's only one city that I can think of that has a grid system, and every other city is like, yeah, there's dead ends everywhere and roads that don't make any sense.
yeah.
But make sense if you live there, you know.
Anyway, that's that.
Anyway, there's a double driver's ed for you, a little bonus for the fans who missed out last week because there was no podcast last week. But perfect. Anyway, let's sign off now because it is late in the night. Thanks everyone for watching, everyone who's listening. Like I said, join the Discord. The links are going to be in the description below. We're getting lots and lots of members in there recently, which is amazing to
Come
see.
have a conversation.
Come have a conversation with us. Come play some games with us. And if you really love us, join us on the Patreon just for some extra support. But you don't have to. And Synthriders Keys, remember, join before this weekend because I'll be posting 4 random Synthriders Keys at random times on Saturday. All right. Goodbye, guys.